Right at the top of Dr Manmohan Singh's agenda on American soil will be the summit-level meeting with President Barack Obama at the White House in Washington. The talks will mainly focus on progress in the field of trade and economy, civil nuclear cooperation, and security and defense issues. America is India's largest trading partner, with $100 billion of annual trade. While India looks at America as a major investor in India's economy, American investors continue to have reservations about what they claim are investment-related barriers relating to compulsory licensing under intellectual property rights policy, limits for local content in multi-brand retail, caps on FDI, and barriers in market access. The Indian side is expected to raise concerns about changes proposed in the American visa regime, which would most adversely impact the Indian IT industry.
Value that the Indian industry brings to the US needs to be highlighted because 480 of the 500 Fortune companies in the US are actually serviced by Indian IT directly or indirectly. If some sort of restrictions which are discriminatory are imposed, then these would actually end up harming the competitiveness as well as the business potential of those American firms, and would actually end up harming US industry.
The slow progress in civil nuclear cooperation, despite the two countries agreeing on it way back in 2008, is bound to come up. The nuclear industries of India and the United States are expected to take further the nuclear energy cooperation relationship in the backdrop of the government categorically denying reports about diluting India's nuclear liability law.
The fact of the matter is that all contracts with foreign companies are subject to the Indian Civil Liability for Nuclear Damages Act and rules.
From Washington, Dr Manmohan Singh will travel to New York, where he will address the United Nations General Assembly on the 28th of this month. The Assembly has chosen the post-2015 developmental agenda as its theme. It may be noted that the year 2015 is the deadline for achieving the Millennium Development Goals. The tragic war in Syria and international action against President Bashar al-Assad's regime and security situation in Afghanistan following American withdrawal of its troops next year are other major issues which the world leaders will definitely touch upon. Speculation is rife on a possible meeting between Dr. Singh and Nawaz Sharif on the margins of the UN General Assembly, with an official word still awaited on this issue.
The next few days will be important for India in the international diplomatic circles. It will try to place firmly its views on the international stage. An important point will be India's continued push for a permanent seat in the UN Security Council. Mayank Agrawal, Doordarshan News.